all of you out there, are your voices okay? That doesn't sound like people who have been in America. Are your voices okay? That is it. Now, you see that? What has been happening to you, Eric?
Well,
yeah, you know. Yes, you know. Yeah, you know. We don't know, you know, yes.
So, yes, you're right about what motivated us to do this, to come up with the Ancestry Reconnection program, which, as Adeline said, was an attempt by the ACT journalists to continue to help African American brothers and sisters, and more specifically the Cameroonian brothers and sisters. We're going to also do this in other countries, so it's just not Cameroon. But initially we decided we had to help our Cameroonian American brothers and sisters to reconnect with the country, to come home. And we thought we would do this as any other family would do when you find a lost child. When you find a son or a daughter who's been away from home for long, what do? You open up your arms, you open your home, you bring them in, and give them the choicest place in the house, isn't it? That's exactly what we thought we should do. We reached out to those who wanted to come. Obviously, with the distance, and given the fact that the ACT journalists have absolutely, we don't do fundraising. We don't have any independent source of revenue. So we try to put this together by having various players play their part. Our brothers and sisters coming will have to pay to come. We negotiated with the government to assist in a number of areas, and we try to get civil society in this country to rise up to the occasion. So it is actually Cameroon receiving all those who come, and that's what we.
Is there any hidden agenda behind this mission?
I wish there were. I think there's such an important, such a powerful historical agenda. If that's the thrust of your question, I think it's such a powerful historical agenda that it would be, in my view, if anyone were to try to crop in other things beyond what the intent of this process is, it would be unfortunate. And I think Adeline and I, who've been working on this for the last over a couple of years now, we felt we've been moved by the spirits. Very often when we've confronted some major obstacles, when we felt like we should give up, something totally unusual has happened, and we've overcome that hump. So I think there's something about the spirits being at work here. I think we are on a historical journey. I think we are working, as Dr. Aubrey said, to bring the African persona back again. We cannot, as a divided people, stand up to the world. I think what we are seeing and what we see ourselves doing is serving as instruments that will ensure that the African comes back together again, asserts his place, her place in the concert of nations, and moves forward from now on as one people. We've completed that historical loop.
And ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for those who have made so many dreams come true. ACT Jammers, thank you.
Un geste d'accueil qui mérite d'être salué ce soir, un geste d'accueil prolongé par chaque Camerounais qui entre en contact avec ses frères et sœurs qui retrouvent leurs origines au pays. On l'a vu à Douala l'an dernier, on l'a vu à l'aéroport international de Yaoundé-Sénégal avec les chefs traditionnels, on l'a vu à Garoua, le Lamido en personne, toutes les populations, le délégué du gouvernement. On va le voir animé dans quelques jours encore. On le voit au niveau de la CRTV, la télévision nationale, la télévision leader, monsieur le directeur général et tout son personnel qui ont déployé le tapis rouge pour accueillir nos frères et sœurs qui nous reviennent. 400 ans après, ça mérite des applaudissements, mesdames et messieurs. On va demander le sentiment de monsieur le directeur général de la CRTV, Amadou Bamouké, qui est là sans doute d'ici la fin de l'émission. Après cette question vous revient, comment est-ce que vous vous sentez lorsque vous les voyez arriver au pays, parce que le rêve est devenu une réalité.
Écoutez, émue, naturellement, parce que d'abord je vois des visages sur lesquels je peux coller des noms pour lesquels je travaille depuis des mois, de longs mois, parce que pour préparer un voyage comme ça, c'est un travail de longue haleine et il faut vraiment s'y investir et c'est pas évident. Mais ce que j'ai envie de dire ici ce soir, c'est surtout que j'ai plus envie de leur dire à eux. Est-ce que je peux leur dire, je ne sais pas si je peux leur dire ça en anglais, en tout cas.
Go ahead, Alvin. If you know, now you speak like a true Cameroonian. I was wondering that this French, too much French.
Okay.
Go ahead, girl.
Listen, my sisters and brothers, I didn't know most of you until the other day at the airport. I spoke to you on the phone. I spoke to you through email. I wrote your name and sent you to the embassy to get a visa and all that. And I was trying to imagine what you would look like when I will see you. Now that you're here, and I am so emotional about your presence here, it brings me back to thinking about the ancestor, thanks to whom you're here. If you're here today, if you are here today, let me stand. This is very important. If you guys are here today, it is thanks to the amazing capacity for survival of a Cameroonian who were enchained and brought to force into slavery in the US and survived the most inhumane treatment any human being can survive. Your ancestor was the strongest among the strong. I want you guys to be extremely proud to be a slave descendant. I wanted to tell you that here in the land of your ancestor, be proud to be a Cameroonian, be proud to be a descendant of a Cameroonian, because your ancestor was a powerful mind that when they took everything from him, and I know that Jean Lepage liked to say that they took everything from us, but they did not take our DNA. They didn't take the DNA, but they did not take the soul and the spirit as well. They were the strongest, the most powerful souls. You should be proud of them. You should honor them. You should acknowledge them. You should appreciate them. You should get inspired by them. And whenever time is difficult, whenever the road is tough to travel, my brother, my sister, I want you to remember what your ancestors went through and how they survived, so that you can survive as well.
A standing ovation. Et j'apprécie ce message qui vient du fond du cœur, les yeux dans les yeux. Merci, chers frères et sœurs. Soyez fiers d'être Camerounais. Soyez fiers de nos ancêtres, parce qu'ils sont les meilleurs. S'ils n'avaient pas été forts, résistants, vous ne serez pas là aujourd'hui. Merci à ces ancêtres-là. Mesdames et messieurs, on va poursuivre dans l'aventure, cette fois-ci avec un autre artiste de la musique au Cameroun. Il s'appelle Donny Elwood.
And for those of you who don't know Donny Elwood, I would say he best describes what you people call a Negro. A Negro. That is what he best describes, because we usually say they're dark, yes, they're tall, yes, they're... But he describes it best. So if you want to get the best description of a Negro, listen to Donny Elwood.
Je vais vous raconter l'histoire d'une femme qui s'appelait Annabella. Annabella n'aura jamais connu sa mère. Avant d'être une femme, elle a perdu son père. Son mari est mort en commettant un adultère. Pauvre Annabella, oh Anna, pauvre Annabella. Elle s'est monter, que tu vas monter. Oh, brother,